What is up?
Hey, yo.
Hey, what's good, man?
What up?
Hey, another episode is what's up. Okay, after a
10-3, baby. That's what's up.
big win, big wins. All right, that's what we doing around here. So it's another episode of the Hoof Live. Okay, how excited are you? I mean, you pinch yourself yet? Because is this real? Are we really
10-3, and we could clinch the division right here in our backyard, Sterling. Right here. It's tough that we're not able to go to this game this week. Playing the Denver Broncos. Sterling and I live in Denver. Eric was here for a while. Just moved back to New York.
5 years.
Don't even mention it.
Game. My family, friends, everybody was coming. We're still going to clinch it right here in our backyard, and we'll enjoy it just as much. We just won't be able to celebrate there with them and with each other, which is
just
tough.
Picture it though. 3-0 on prime time. Bills clinch the division on Saturday night in Denver, and we all witnessed it with our friends. Yeah, it's not going to work like that.
Yeah, it's not going to work like that.
And then we have the real statement game the next week, right after that.
What could have been, Look, dream come true.
As crappy as 2020 has been for a lot of us, the fact that the Broncos will be traveling here to Denver that's a Christmas present. That's a Christmas present for me. Yeah. I already know some Bronco fans that they don't want to hear from me this week because they already know what they're going to catch. Right. They already know what they're about to catch this week.
Already been on the local news. They're celebrating this win over, the Carolina Panthers, and they're like, but we have a tough job coming up because the Buffalo Bills are coming to town, and they're no joke. It's nice to see. Even our local news is talking about the Buffalo Bills because we're playing the Broncos this week, and they know we're a legitimate threat.
Yeah, no, the Bills are a legitimate threat, and it's crazy because we always think they're a legitimate threat, right? But when they're a legitimate threat, you don't even have to we don't pretend. We don't have to pretend anymore. They are legit. It's here, right? They're legit. But look, man, I can't say enough. I mean, we're gonna get into all the Bill stuff in the game, and we're gonna do all that. But first, this is the Hoof Live on cover one. I don't know if you guys were able to catch it, but they did a really good breakdown on Josh Allen. That would be Eric Turner and Nate Geary of WGR. They killed it. They always do the breakdowns and stuff, but they went live and they really did a damn good job. And this is the kind of content that we bring each and every week. I mean, all of our guys on cover one, we all have our niche in what we do. And if you guys don't know, subscribe, follow the names that you see on the screen. But if you want to go to cover one and check out all of our guys, man, give them a follow. If you want great, unbiased Bills content that is well thought out, and we do our homework, we do our research. We're not perfect. We're not always right. We're not saying that, but we do a damn good job. And so, man, please follow cover one, follow the Hoof podcast. Our podcast drops on Friday mornings. But that's kind of when we do a little deeper breakdown into the coming week's matchup and stuff like that. But anyway, with that being said, and not that we're paying the bills or we're paying our dues, because that's just what we do. We're a team around here. So we talk about each other, right? That's what we do. That's what a good team does. But we definitely want to give some shout outs to some people who are in the chat room. Cody Finney. I haven't seen you, bro. How you been, man? How you been, Cody? What's good? Hey, if you want to come up in here and chop it up sometime, man, we will let you come in here. All right. No. And then Reptile, what's good, man? How you doing, bro? And definitely smash that like. Hoof that like. The Bills are definitely winning Saturday. Oh gosh, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Ark Omen, how can we beat the Chiefs? Well, in the words of John Madden, score more points. Randy, let's see. Oh, my guy, Randy is back in here. Randy Hardman, too legit to quit. All right. Okay, hold on. Before we even go, Eric Anthony, too legit to quit. Who sang that song?
Yeah, this isn't football related.
Oh, man. Look, MC Hammer.
Is it? No, it is MC.
Oh, too legit.
Yeah.
Too legit, too quick.
Y'all know who the oldest one in this group is.
Or
wait, were the Bills going to Super Bowls when that song came out?
Yes, they were.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah, you don't remember the too legit to quit? That's hilarious. Hey,
my siblings are gonna kill me for not knowing. By the way,
look, Red is like, come on, guys. Look, we're gonna let them. We're gonna let them slide on that one. They don't know what's up, man. It is Hammer Time, Lone Wolf. What's good, my G? What is good? Okay, so look, man, what a freaking weekend it was in the NFL. I mean, some of the best games of all season were played. We're gonna talk about one here in a minute, but man, we're going to get into the Bills. We're definitely going to get into that Bills-Steelers game and what all that means, so forth, because, like, we're all on cloud 9 right now, and it's like we're all hey, look. Hold on. Look.
But the Steelers aren't any good. They haven't beat anybody. They're nobodies.
Okay.
That's all it's about.
Listen, last week, I was drinking Snoop Dogg, okay? Yeah. Now, I haven't popped this open yet, so if anyone in the chat wants to see me drink some wine on the show and get turned, anybody. Don't ask me twice. But if y'all want me to get it in, y'all just let me know, and I'm popping this bottle right here, right now. So I was gonna save my little G over here, but 19 Crimes is where it's at, dude. So yeah, I'll pop some. Okay.
Pop it, yeah.
They want me to pop it. So yeah, we're gonna do that. But
I was hoping to hear from the national media for this game. I was hyped, and a lot of them did. The legit guys, Good Morning Football, talked a lot about the Bills and how legit this team is. Colin Cowherd had us ranked number 1 in his rankings, which I was shocked about. He said they're better. They're playing the best football right now, which probably is true. Right now, the Bills are playing great football, even though he started with the Steelers at 10 and said that TJ Watt is unblockable, and I was like, it's impossible to block him. And I said, wow. Our guys must have really done the impossible on this game, man, because he didn't do crap to the Bills in that second half, especially. But yeah, it's amazing to hear from them. But then you got ESPN, who are the eternal haters, and what do they talk about? The Steelers the entire time. Didn't even mention the Bills. It was all about how the Steelers, are they legit, or are they gonna fall on their face? And the Steelers are suffering, and their Steelers aren't as good as we thought. It's like, come on, give the Bills some respect. But you know how it is as Bills fan. That's how we roll. We want them to be haters. Go ahead and hate, because we're just going to keep on winning. Put the next one in front of us. We're going to move on to the next.
Hey, but
Pittsburgh's been good for years and years. I know. Every year they're good. The Bills have got to win a playoff game. It's time.
Yeah.
I get they're a good team. I get you can argue they're hitting their peak now. They're a top 3 to 5 team in the league. But they got to win a playoff game.
You certainly couldn't have them any less than that.
If you want full national media and all that comes with that, you gotta show up first.
They're shock jocks. I don't put too much stock into what they say. I do enjoy when they say positive things about the Bills. Like, for instance, Colin Cowherd today, number one. I'm like, now this is the same guy that when Josh Allen was in the NFL top 100.
Yeah.
He said that man wasn't even good enough to be in the top 200, and he wasn't too pumped about what the Bills were putting on the field.
Right. Yeah. All these guys, yeah.
Hey, and then on Sunday night, Chris Collinsworth. Oh my God, dude, this guy, he ain't never seen football before. I mean, I swear to God, dude, everything was brand freaking new. Like
calling the game I've never seen this before. I'll give him the one thing I have not ever seen before was a roughing the passer and another penalty that did not offset. So the Bills had a penalty. I forget what ours was, but they had a roughing the passer, and it actually enforces the roughing the passer penalty. And so, I mean, I was happy with the outcome, but I had never heard of that until that point. But it's in the rule book, apparently.
I've never heard of the offensive coordinator, DeBall.
Yeah, DeBall.
I never heard of that before.
Brian DeBall.
I mean, but to defend Chris, though, it's his first time covering the Bills.
It is.
I mean, like the baby, the ball.
Yeah, DeBall. Hey,
he did give us a little bit of love when he was like, "Look, if I could have fans at any one game that we were covering this year, I'd want it to be this game because Bills Mafia is insane, and they wanted to experience that too. And anybody who's been to Buffalo for a game knows what that experience is like. I mean, I've taken many a non-Bills fan to games there, and they're like, wow, you guys are freaking awesome, and it's a party here. And even he gave us credit for that. So I like Collinsworth for that, at least, giving us a little bit of love.
Oh, yeah. All right, so for those of you at home, all right, here's a toast to winning. How about that? And if those of you are at home and you want to drink one with me, I'm about to pop. I'm about to pop this. So if those of you at home, if you're sitting there chilling, by all means, drink.
Ooh, I'm not prepared for this. See, it sucks.
Anthony doesn't drink.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do have a pregnant wife, so it's been much significantly less alcohol in the house in general.
You know what? Because of that, let me put one back for your wife.
That's for us. There you go. Surprised she's jealous yet. She might.
All right, so let's kick this thing off, man. Those of you, it is Christmas time. Super chats get discussed live, okay? We'll go in depth on your opinion or whatever you want to talk about. We do have that going on, but for those of you who may be new watching the show, we kind of do things a little bit different. You know, this is we have segments in our show just to keep things fresh, keep things moving, so you don't kind of go over the same monotony point. But we're fans not of just the Bills, but the NFL as a whole, and it's always good to know what's going on around the league. So with that being said, man, we want to welcome you to What's Poppin'. This is where we go around the league. We take some of the highlights and lowlights. We put them together, and we come back here to chop it up with you. All right, so I have topics that I come up with that these guys don't know. I put topics on the screen. We debate, we argue, we laugh. Anthony cries later, but that's what we do, okay? I'm sorry.
Crying, laughing, and being too right with you guys.
All right, so Monday Night Football was special, okay? This was a duel between Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson. Baltimore ends up beating Cleveland, and Lamar saves the day. I don't know if you guys watched it, but what were your initial thoughts on the game?
I think saying special is a little bit too far for me. This is two mediocre teams facing off who are fighting for the playoff lives. Cleveland, as we said, just got their first big win last week against a winning opponent. All the rest of their teams they've beaten are nobodies. Bottom 10 teams, just like this whole division. And Baltimore is fighting for their playoff lives. It was a great game to watch because it was competitive and back and forth. But come on, this Baltimore defense is supposed to be one of the best in the league, and they give up 42 points. Like, what the hell are you doing? They're not one of the best in the league. They can't do that and then call themselves one of the best in the league. They had to go toe-to-toe with this team. I mean, it's tough for both of them. It was a fun game to watch, don't get me wrong. I mean, going back and forth like that, coming down to the fourth quarter, what was there, like 3 scores within the last 2 minutes or something? It was nuts. But I'm not excited for either of these two teams. Neither one of them is going to go very far in the playoffs, I don't think so.
Hey, man, you got to give Cleveland their credit too, right?
Yeah.
After going through the pain of being a Bills fan, like, good for Cleveland, right? It's nice to see them competing. They're going to get 10 wins. I think they slide into the playoffs.
This is the first team. They've beaten, I think, one team over 500, though. So,
hey,
9 wins,
you get in
over 500. That's I mean, good.
Your record is what it is, right? But really, this game is about the quarterbacks.
Yeah,
that's what's all fun about this game. And really, I mean, I'm a Baker hater. We all know this. If you've listened to our show, he really impressed me, though.
What?
Yeah, I mean, the big lights. It's a home game. The fans were going nuts. All 6,000 of them, but Baker led his team.
The ball off to Kareem
Baker led his team, right? I think the team believed they could win. The last 2 minutes, Baker leads them down. He gets a touchdown. What more can the guy do, right? Unfortunately, he's playing the MVP from last year, and he lost. He didn't make the last play, but he kept his team in it. 22 points in the fourth quarter. Sure. Give him credit for that.
I can give him credit for that, but I mean, he still lost the game, and he still didn't play spectacularly.
He didn't lose the game. I'm impressed. His team let him down. Look. I know that Cleveland has a good defense. They're solid. Their front seven and how they generate pressure and so forth by Myles Garrett and Ogunjobu and Olivier Vernon. I mean, that part is good. The back end of that defense is suspect, as we saw. I did feel bad for Baker Mayfield, even though he's such a little prick. He just the way he acts.
Feel bad for him.
But you know what though? I'm all about redemption. I'm all about second chances and third chances and so forth.
Yeah.
I just feel like, maybe he's turning the corner. Maybe he's starting to realize that it's not about just me. It's about my team. I mean, that's a perception that I see from the outside. And it was cool to see that, like, they battled him and Lamar. Now we want to talk about, where did Lamar go? Like, was he hurt? Did he have to go take a shit? Like, I want to know. Inquiring minds
He had cramps.
No.
He had cramps. I think they were of the stomach variety, but
anus cramps.
So if he had cramps, we know he's not menstrual because he's a dude, right? What did he eat? And why did he have bubble guts?
Before the game, he must have changed his pregame routine or something. Or maybe he's got just a stomach virus or something. He was out like that. He was
back there for a minute. And when you got to take a shit, like you got to get that like that.
Yeah, walk.
I didn't see that when he was going back to the locker room. I didn't see that because we all saw it on the thing. So I'm just saying, Lamar, like, hey, if you gotta like do you to do. Because of that, I'm gonna take a shit. I'm gonna take a drink.
Clifford here is calling me out. I agree. You're right. I should give some respect to Baker for his performance in this game. He had a good game. It was impressive. But overall, his performance this year has been very underwhelming. And he had the highest expectations, as we talked about on our last show, being the number 1 pick in that draft overall. And still, it's more of an attitude thing with Baker that I don't like. So I'm a Baker hater because of his attitude, his me first. And I'm never the reason we lose and all this. He never wants to face the music. And until he does, he's not going to earn my respect. And he still didn't after this one. I didn't hear him say anything like, I could have done better this or whatever. We know that's what Josh Allen would be saying, regardless of what happened. The defense could give up 2 touchdowns, and he would still say, oh, it's my fault. I could have done better. It should have been me. I could have played better, right? And Baker just doesn't do that. It's all
but what do you expect him to do? I mean, they did put up 42 points.
No, he had a good game. Yeah. I respect that.
He had a good game. And look, as much as I don't like Baker Mayfield, I always if I'm gonna give you credit. If you earn it, I'm gonna give you credit. I'm not gonna hate just because I don't like you or whatever. Baker had a good game. Lamar Jackson, on the other hand, he wasn't spectacular throwing the ball, in my opinion. But what he did do, he provided a
spark. Like 20 times in the game, I think.
He provided a spark on the ground. I mean, he was.
He put the team on his back.
They both play well. Just think about it. You come back out, okay? He came back on a 4th and 10 or 4th and 5. He came back out on the field on the 4th down. I think Trace McSorley. I don't know if he tore his ACL or not, but it didn't look good. But he came out and he hit Marquise Brown on a little scramble. Hey, Marquise Brown was having all kind of issues this year, catching the ball, the drops and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty damn cool. Like, hey, your franchise quarterback comes out, he bails you out.
Yeah,
he had 2 touchdown drives, man, and I think got to give him credit because Lamar Jackson's a quarterback who hasn't had many come from behind wins.
Well, I think when Lamar Jackson is on, and he was on last night, I think he's probably the most electrifying player in the whole league still.
And he stepped up.
He looked comfortable to me. Like, it didn't look like they were trying to force him to pass. He just stuck to what he was good at, and it's so fun to watch as a fan.
Division game, they both stepped up, they both showed up. That's what they have to do if they're going to make the playoffs, right? Baltimore is still on the outs on the playoffs, so they have to win more games to get in and play this way down the stretch to get there. In Cleveland, pretty much, they're going to be one of the wild cards, I think. So, I mean, it was a good matchup between 2 guys who had to step up division. We always talk about division matchups when you got to play your toughest football, and they both did that. And props to them. And I'm still getting comments about being a Baker hater. Look, we can talk all day about how Baker had everything and more and couldn't get it done last year before Josh Allen was better than him. So it's got nothing to do with my team going 13-3 or Josh Allen now being better than him. I always thought Josh Allen was better than him. And he did not get it done when he had everything handed to him and more. So I
don't know what you did to the fans in here, but they are not feeling you right now, Anthony. They do not like you right now. I mean, they are going.
I don't like Baker Mayfield. I'm giving him credit for this game, but I don't trust him. It's not like all of a sudden I say, "Oh, he's good." Yeah, that's what I was addressing. I was addressing that. That's not true. I said the same thing 2 years ago. I said the same thing last year. I said the same thing when he was up to be drafted, that he was the only one I did not want the Bills to draft because I didn't like his attitude. And I didn't think.
No, and that's fair. That's fair because he does come across as kind of a little prick.
Exactly. That was the number one reason I have not. And same thing last year when he had every wide receiver, every piece you can imagine on an offense, and couldn't get it done. I mean, that to me was an epic failure. And now he's at least the leader of the team that's getting it done this year. Granted, we've talked a lot about how this year it's been in spite of him and not because of him for the most part. But yeah, I give him props. He played a good game. He still ended up with the L. And that's the end of it, right? I mean, I'm giving him his props. He played a good game.
Look, okay, so all right, let's. You know what, Anthony? I do appreciate that you keeping it 100.
And you on the record.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something.
My mind.
I'm gonna defend you. I'm gonna defend you here. Look. Anthony maybe have his crazy takes and stuff, but he keeps it a buck. And if he feels conviction about something, he's gonna let you know. And you don't have to like Baker Mayfield if you don't want to. You don't have to appreciate that he had a good game. That's totally your opinion. That's you. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not a big fan of Baker Mayfield. Although I did want the Bills to draft him within the pre-draft process. I did like the chip that he had on his shoulder. But I think he would have been a different Baker Mayfield had he been in Buffalo. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Sorry, I'm not a fan of Baker, but I did have his jersey and I wanted the Bills to take him. But anyway.
No,
hey, I still got a Baker Mayfield Bills jersey in the back, but I only wear it at night, just as a little, little something. But hey, I do appreciate the fact that just for that I need to have another drink.
Playing the fence? What do you mean playing? If somebody says I'm playing the fence, that is the last thing you will see me ever do. I stick to my convictions, buddy. So I don't know where you're getting that from, but hell no, You're talking of the three of us and other people. I'm the one in the preseason who said Josh Allen would be in the MVP conversation and he wouldn't win it because there's other guys who deserve it more than him right now, and he wouldn't get the respect to get the votes for it. All right, everybody thought I was crazy for saying that in the preseason. I'm the one who told people who predicted the Bills to win 9 games that they were being disrespectful to this team. And look at us now. We're already at 10 with 3 games to go.
All right. Okay. This is what I need
my
you to do.
Convictions. Again, you could go back 3 years. I did not want us to draft Baker. I did not like Baker because of his attitude.
No,
I gave him his first year to grow and learn. He got every piece handed to him for his second year in terms of wide receiver core and everything a quarterback could ask for, and maybe a bad coach, I guess. That's true, but and he's still developing. I'm not saying he's never going to be a successful quarterback in the NFL or he's never going to be that guy, but I'm never going to like him unless he changes his attitude and his persona on the field.
So here's something that like I find very interesting, okay? And we're totally off script tonight, but that's okay. And before we continue, smash that like button. Joseph Matafari, thank you for tuning in. This is the first time I've seen you in here or you've commented on our show. I do appreciate it. So smash that damn like button, hoof that like button. And you guys might say, Sterling, why are you drinking out of a bottle? Because I don't freaking care. And I'm gonna do it again.
Sip.
Who needs a glass? Don't nobody need a glass. Hey, but anyway, so this Cody Finney. Okay, can one of you guys send Cody Finney a link so he can come up in here? Look, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time, and I would love to have a fan in here. Bring him in here. Can we do that?
I don't know how to do it live. Eric, do you know how to do that?
Send that guy a link
on the fly.
Send Cody a link. Eric, send Cody a link. I gotta get him in here. He's been a loyal, faithful fan of our show. It's Christmas time. And I would love to have him in here. Just
bring him on. Why not?
Bring him in here. Okay. So anyway, we're moving on here. Okay, we're moving on. So Monday Night Football special. Ron Rivera, Coach of the Year. Look, I know he would not get Coach of the Year, but for me, Ron Rivera is my Coach of the Year. I'm gonna tell you why, man. Because just what he's had to deal with cancer and stuff this offseason, and just so you know, I know we talk about the Jets being dysfunctional, which they are. But the NFC counterpart to the Jets is got to be the Washington football team. I mean, they refuse to change their name. They've been a complete dumpster fire for so long.
Worst ownership in the league, probably.
Worst ownership in the league. This is the same ownership group that's had multiple sexual affair accusations and stuff like that. They tried to profit off of what's his name? Goddamn, the safety. Sean Taylor's name.
Oh yeah.
And to you know, they did T-shirts and stuff like that. Said they were give it to proceeds to the foundation.
Forgot about that one, yeah.
And they never gave it to him. They kept the money. Like, this is a organization that is a complete shit show. Okay, you get one of the best as far as character-wise men in the NFL, and Ron Rivera, to come in and coach your team. Okay, the man comes down and he gets cancer. You got Dwayne Haskins as your quarterback, and we know Dwayne Haskins isn't very good. I mean, he comes into a complete shit show. And look at what this man has done with the Washington. They don't even have a name. He is coaching a team that doesn't have a name.
I mean, we put respect on that defense in the beginning of the year. We said,
man, they got respect on Ron Rivera's name, son.
But the fact that now,
look,
those players have stepped up to play.
Hell yeah,
and that's the bottom line. Nobody thought this team was going to be, in the conversation of making the playoffs. Even in that division, even when everybody knew they all sucked, we still thought they would finish last. But they've really gotten the most out of the players on that team.
And look,
even when guys get injured, they're still moving forward and getting it done.
Let me preface this by saying this. Sean McDermott is my coach of the year. Okay, but I want you guys to understand what Ron Rivera walked into, okay? And the organization and the reputation that you have, all that kind of stuff, it matters. Potential head coaches, they turn down jobs because of reputation and so forth. The Bills couldn't hire a good coach back in the day because Ralph Wilson was stingy with money.
Reputation.
They missed out on good coaches because of Ralph Wilson. Now, Ralph Wilson will say he was a great owner and so forth, but like when it came to giving out money and taking care of players and coaches, that wasn't his forte. He was all about the bottom line. And all I'm saying is this: Ron Rivera, for what he's done this year, the Washington football team they're 6-7. They're top of the NFC East. Yeah. It looked like they're about to be a playoff team despite their record or whatever. But what he's had to do this year, battling cancer. Shit, I couldn't even be on here with the coronavirus. That man's battling cancer. Like, hey, give them some credit. That's all I'm saying. Look, Ron Rivera's done a hell of a job. Dan Snyder is a complete douche.
And that defense, if they make the playoffs, they'll have a home game in the playoffs. And somebody's going to have to come, a wild card team from the NFC is going to have to play them at home with that defense. That's not a give me win. So it'll be interesting to see who gets that draw if it ends up that way and they win the division. So I mean, I wouldn't want to be that team going there.
Oh no, that defense, that front seven, bro. That front seven is out of this world, dude. Chase Young, look, guys,
and they're still getting better, right? They're young, they're getting better. So
Chase Young is a dude. That guy is just. He's unreal.
Well, we knew he was the best player in the draft.
He's unfreaking real, dude. So yeah, I definitely want to take some time to give them some credit. Ron Rivera, and just so you know, there would be no Sean McDermott without Ron Rivera. Okay, I just want to let y'all know that. Like, Ron Rivera was key and instrumental, not only in Brandon Beane, but Sean McDermott as well. So if there's a team that you want to root for in the NFC, you want to root for the Washington football team because of that man is why we got what we have in Buffalo.
Certainly in terms of his demeanor and the way he carries himself, the way he responds to things, the way he talks to the media, you can clearly tell that Sean McDermott learned pretty much everything he knows about being a head coach from
Absolutely. And Andy Reid, obviously.
Andy Reid. Well, that was when he was first observing what it means to be a head coach, for sure. But credit to Andy Reid too.
Hell yeah, dude.
When I see him in the media, it's much more like Ron Rivera than it is Andy Reid. Andy Reid is a guy who just has fun with the media at this point in his career, and really has over the years. But McDermott carries himself a lot more like Ron Rivera.
Yeah, and we know the NFC East sucks, but the fact that you're atop of the division. Hell, if the Bills were top of the division and our division was so horrible, do you think we would care? Hell no. We just want to play a playoff game. When the Bills went to the playoffs and played Jacksonville, every Bills fan knew they ain't beating Jacksonville. We're just happy to be a part of the party. The Washington football team, they're just happy to be a part of the party. They're just happy. We're here. Look, we're good. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're anything better than the Bills or anything crazy like that. All I'm saying is, hey, I'm just giving credit. because they're not going to get it from national media. So we're going to give it because we see what you do. We're seeing it. So that's all I'm saying. Okay.
It's easy to draft when you have the second pick, right?
Hell yeah. It is.
A guy like Chase Young flips your franchise, right?
Yeah, and really, he was the best player in the field.
He don't even have his man body yet. He's still growing.
They're not going anywhere until they get a quarterback.
Nah,
they got to figure it out.
No, they're not. They got to figure it out. But whatever, it is what it is. But I love to see it. So we're gonna keep it moving. Go ahead.
Coach of the year, though, like we talked about this last week. Coach of the year is Mike Tomlin.
Of course.
12-0.
Probably.
Get the hell out of here.
Probably. Again, the people who vote
last year with no quarterback.
You're kidding, right? You're joking. You're joking.
Who's your coach of the year?
Who are the people voting going to vote for? They'll vote for him over Sean McDermott.
I think Sean McDermott. I think
it's Mike Tomlin.
Last year, to me, hands down, Sean McDermott was the coach of the year.
Nope.
He didn't get even any respect last year as coach of the year.
I'm telling y'all right now.
Preseason, all the experts, all the people who voted on this award predicted the Bills to win 3 games last year. They win 10, and one of the losses is a meaningless Week 17 loss, and he gets no respect in the coach of the year voting. This year, I wouldn't be surprised if they vote for Tomlin over him, just because they like Tomlin and McDermott.
Well, I think if you're going to put Sean McDermott in there, and he very well could be, right?
I'm
dead.
But I think if you're putting Sean McDermott in that conversation, you got to put Matt LaFleur there too. So now the number one in the NFC. A lot of people think the Rodgers-LaFleur thing wouldn't work out, and he's proved the doubters wrong. 13 wins last season, looks like 13 this season. I think he could be a candidate for Coach of the Year. Very serious.
Well, look who he's playing, though. And look, again, expectations coming in were high for them, much higher than they were for the Bills. And the people who, again, vote on this award, the people who were voting for Coach of the Year wouldn't have thought that if you told them, oh, the Green Bay Packers are going to finish 13-3, they'd say, yeah. Right? If the Bills are going to finish 13-3, they'd be like, oh, hell no. No way.
If Sean McDermott is not in the Coach of the Year discussion, burn the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Burn it all. Because Sean McDermott.
But that's how these things go. They don't. It doesn't pick the best coach of the year. It picks the most favored person who also happens to be a good coach.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
All popularity.
So dumb. But hey, you know what? On the Hoof Live, we could say who, and as we close out the season, we will give you our Player of the Year, Offensive Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year. We're going to give you that because the national media, we can't trust the national media to be 100% honest on. It's a popularity contest, but we're going to give it to you 100% facts right here on the Hoof Live. So Brian Flores, that MFer, he scares me, and he should be. He's definitely a candidate to be Coach of the Year, in my opinion. But whatever. Let's keep it moving here, shall we? Juju.
I love this. I saw it pregame and I tweeted it out. You're in trouble, dude. No. You can't do that on our logo while we're warming up on the field.
What makes you think it's okay? First of all,
yeah,
you're doing TikTok on our logo, bro. Like hell no. Why?
He got cocky. He thought he was gonna win this game and show off in this game.
He does it every week. I don't care what he's done to other teams, but you're not going to come to Buffalo and dance on our freaking logo. And you know what was amazing is what Josh Allen said while they were walking out the tunnel.
Yeah,
he said, "You know what? They could do all that dancing and shit. Hey, we come to effing work, and they worked
it on the field, and they did.
You dance on the logo and you lose. Hey, that to me is hilarious. Okay." Don't dance on somebody's logo and then you get waxed. That's all I'm saying. Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
It's disrespectful, man. And they saw it. And what did he think? They were just going to let it slide? Even if you like, I don't understand the logic behind that at all. You do that, it's going to fuel the other team. It's going to give them fire before the game. Why do it right in front of them where they can clearly see you doing it and know what's going on? And so that he gave Josh Allen that ammunition to say that before the game. And those guys came out hyped because of it, right? Like,
hey, those of you who are like from the 90s and so forth, y'all remember when Suge Knight was making fun of P. Diddy? He was like, "This fool always in the club, all in the videos," right? That's what I felt like Josh Allen did to Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
This fool always dancing. We're gonna let you dance, but we're gonna come out here and kick your ass. Is what we about to do. That's what the Bills did. One of the keys to the game that we talked about is that we talked about, the Bills are going to punk them. They're going to pump them. They're going to punk them, and that's what the Bills did. That's what they did, and that's what happened. Look, they hit them in the mouth, and it was a wrap. They ain't want no more. Eric, what you got to say about that?
I mean, who's Juju?
Who is Juju?
This guy was supposed to be the next Antonio Brown. Remember that? Didn't happen. The receiving corps dropping balls left and right. Like Juju, he's nobody. I'm not a fan of Juju. I haven't really been. I think he's a glorified running back, but he doesn't do it for me.
I have a problem with players who there's just too much social media. I'm a fan of like guys having a life a life outside of football, but like when you come out, like it just rubs me wrong. Maybe I'm old school that way. Like, just take care of business, man. Like Antonio, as much as we hate Antonio Brown, he had a good point. Remember when Antonio Brown was
could do it talking on the field when he did shit.
Yeah. Remember they were saying, well, Juju Smith-Schuster is the most valuable player on the Pittsburgh Steelers like a couple of years ago. Antonio Brown was like, hell no. Like, hey, y'all know who I am? Like, no. He's that way because he's not the focal point of the offense. But now he is. He's kind of just – he's there.
He's there.
He's there. But you don't see Gabriel Davis doing shit like that. My guy comes to work. That boy comes to work. Like that's the whole Buffalo lunch pail. Hey, look, we ain't about all them antics and social media and going to TikTok and stuff like that. We come to work. And that's what Josh Allen got them boys ready. He said, hey, let them do all that dancing shit, but we're gonna come to work. And I was like, oh,
Army of One's got a good point here. He couldn't catch Taron Johnson on the pick six. No, he's no DK Metcalf, that's for sure. DK chased him down and tackled him when they were playing Arizona. Yeah, that was an impressive play. But no, that was an easy touchdown for Taron. He wasn't even close to him. So
that's a great point. Just for that. Drink to that. Okay. All right. So any closing thoughts on Juju? We're good on Juju? All right. Let's move on. Best team in the NFL. Now, we saw some of the media outlets saying that the Bills, well, Colin Cowherd particularly, said that the Bills are the best team in the NFL. Now, we are biased, okay, because we're Bills fans. And it's so easy to we want our team to be the best team in the NFL. Sure. And anyone that says that our team is the best team in the NFL, we're going to be like, yo, this guy's fucking legit, okay? Because that's how we are, right?
Of course.
But the fact that we could be the best team in the NFL, Eric, I'm going to let you start us off with this one, bro. Spit. Bills, are they the best team in the NFL right now?
So I don't think you can argue against Kansas City being the best team in the NFL right now, especially because Kansas City did beat the Bills in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. So I go Kansas City with that one.
You still rocking with KC on that?
Yeah, now do you think the Bills could beat the Saints with Breeze? I mean, there's the Packers conversation that we had last week as well.
We talked about it on the podcast. I think the AFC is so much stronger than the NFC. I don't trust the Saints or Green Bay as much as I do most of the teams making the playoffs in the AFC. I do think
the Bills need a big win. I think a lot of people expected the Steelers to lose.
That wasn't a big win?
True. Well, I mean, but like I thought the Kansas City game was bigger. You know what I'm saying?
And we wanted that.
The Bills need that playoff win.
But let's go back to what was going on in that game. Not only was it a bad weather situation playing against our strengths and into theirs, but we were without Matt Milano, we were without Trey White, we were without half our freaking team that we needed, and still we lost the game. So you're right. Kansas City is still the number one team. They're the defending champs, first of all, and they're still number one in the NFL in terms of their record and their overall play. So until you beat that team, you're not better than that team.
Oh, no.
I will say the Buffalo Bills are playing the best football right now. Like, I don't think Kansas City is playing as well right now as the Buffalo Bills are. But they find a way to win games. Look at that start against the Dolphins made me laugh. Everybody's like, oh, my God, the Dolphins are going to beat Kansas City. And then they got their butts kicked, right? So it wasn't even close. But the reason, it's still Pat Mahomes and that team finding a way to win, and that's all they do. They just keep winning. They had a tough game against the Broncos. Broncos played their hearts out against them. Probably should have won that game, but Kansas City won it. Why? Because they're the better team and they find ways to win games. And that's what they did. I still think right now there's no team that the Buffalo Bills are not playing better football than in terms of both sides of the ball. Now that we're healthy, our momentum's going the right way. Our defense is playing at an elite level again. You can't make an argument against that.
Yeah, I look, man. If I had to put money on the best team in the NFL right now, it would be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Sure.
Right? That's fair. But I will say, and I don't care what Colin Cowherd said or any of the media outlets said, the Bills could be the best team in football right now.
Yeah.
That's mind-boggling. The freaking Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Legitimately
Could be the best team
right now.
offense and defense. And we don't even have John Brown.
I think he'll change the game. He has a whole other element in the offense.
Hey, when John Brown gets in the game, it's going to be different. It's going to be so different because it's another dimension that you got to account for.
Yes. So that reminds me of, to start the game, Gabriel Davis did drop a couple passes that there's no way John Brown would have dropped, right? I mean, those were rookie mistakes. He came back in the second half and had a strong half. But those first 2 drops he had in that first half, I was cringing because I'm like, oh, that would have been a huge catch. There's no way John Brown misses that. John Brown gets
look.
So
and when you go back and watch the film, like those catches were contested catches. Like,
yeah. But that's John Brown.
It's not like he just dropped them.
No. Well, one of them was his fault. The other one was good coverage. But John Brown still comes down with those 2 balls.
I mean, I agree with you. I think he really does come down with those as well. Where the hell is Cody Finney, Eric? Why is it Cody Finney in here?
I sent the link, man. I don't know if he's not getting it or what.
Get your ass in here, okay? Get in here. Look, if we got to have a fan on every week, I'm totally cool with that. Like, if people want to come in here and talk it and chop it up with us, why not? Like that's just great. But anyway, shall we move on, fellas? Shall we move on?
Let's go.
Eric, who's your top 4 teams in NFL right now? And I'm gonna go to you, Anthony, next. Who are your top 4?
I think it's Chiefs, Saints, Packers, Bills.
Saints.
Okay. Yeah. So you got Bills at number 4.
Philadelphia. Come on, Saints.
Okay, yeah, the Bills lost to pick your look. You can do that for any team in the NFL. The Chiefs lost to the Raiders. The Chiefs lost to the Raiders. You can make that argument for any team. Look, the Saints are a complete team. They've won playoff games.
Team in football all year long. They changed quarterback
in the league a long time. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. When he gets back healthy, I don't think a lot of teams can beat the Saints.
Yeah, but we don't know what Drew Brees is going to be when he comes back. He had
Drew Brees.
11 broken ribs, and people were criticizing him before this. I picked the Saints to go to the Super Bowl, and they still are my Super Bowl pick. But if you're asking me right now, what is the ranking of NFL teams? It's the Kansas City Chiefs, it's the Buffalo Bills, it's the Green Bay Packers, it's the New Orleans Saints. In that order. It's undebatable for me. Those are the teams right now in that order that are the best teams in football.
Based on what?
Based on their play. What do you mean based on what?
I mean,
that's who's playing the best football right now.
Hey, send Cody the freaking link, bro. Send Cody the link. I got to get him in here.
I sent him the link twice.
Hey, okay, Anthony, who you got top 4? Let's go.
I just said it. The Chiefs, Bills, Green Bay, and the Saints. Right now, I have to put Green Bay ahead of the Saints because they're winning. They're continuing their momentum. I don't trust them. Like I said, I think they could lose in the first round, and I just shrug and say, yeah, that's them for you. They just had a bad day, and they're not playing consistently, and they lose to bad teams and beat good teams. And one week they look completely unbeatable, the best team in the NFL. The next week they can't score and they lose, So I don't trust them, but they're still the best team in the NFC.
You know what I'm going to do, though? If my top 4 is this. I'm going to go with the Bills number 1.
Nice.
I got to. Just because, look. Both sides of the ball, the Bills defense is playing better than the Chiefs defense, right? I know the Chiefs defense, they have Chris Jones, but the Bills as a whole collective, as a team, they are playing better than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, agreed.
They're playing better. And then I would say the Kansas City Chiefs are number 2. And after that, I would say the Saints are number 3, and I would have to go Green Bay number 4. The Bills are the best team in the NFL right now, and it's not even close.
If you take it in terms of offense and defense, then it's not even close. The Bills are by far, because on offense, you could say we compete with the Chiefs. The Chiefs might have the edge on us on offense, but we're right there. And once we get John Brown back, who knows? The Chiefs' offense is healthy. Now, if you look at defense, the Chiefs' defense is unbelievably exploitable and bad. And the Bills' defense is catching on and playing their best football right now and getting better as we go. So the Bills have the edge on defense, definitely on the Chiefs, and they can compete on offense with them. Again, the only reason I still have them at number 1, they're the defending champs. They're still the best team in football.
For sure.
People in front of them. But certainly the way you put it, it's arguable. Yes, the Bills are better.
And that's the past. They won the Super Bowl last year. But this year right now, look. All I'm just saying is this, man. And y'all know I'm not a homer when it comes to the Bills. I keep it a buck. But when you look at strength of schedule, compare the Bills and the Chiefs' schedule. Tell me who's played the better teams.
Unbelievable. The Bills, by far. We've played all playoff teams pretty much. It's crazy.
Tell me who should have had 7 consecutive wins.
Yeah.
7.
One Hail Mary away from it.
But you're a Hail Mary away from 7 consecutive wins. That's the Bills.
I mean, the Chiefs are 12-1.
Yes, they only have 1 loss too. So
I mean, 7 wins is not a good argument to say they're better than the Chiefs.
Did the Chiefs play the Rams?
You know, Pat Mahomes only lost like 3 football games.
No. Did the Chiefs play the Rams?
No.
Hell no. They haven't played the schedule the Bills had. And I guarantee you, if the Chiefs played the schedule the Bills have, they would have more than 1 loss. Mm-hmm. I bet you that right now. And you know I'm not a Bills homer. Y'all know I keep it a buck when it comes to the Bills.
And you don't have to look any further than that division, right?
Tell me I'm wrong on that.
The Raiders are a good team and are competing for a playoff spot, but you had the Broncos and the Chargers who have been very disappointing this year and have kind of laid eggs. I just said that the Broncos played them hard in the last matchup, but still Kansas City won that game. And if you look at the records of them versus
the Bills also played the Jets twice.
Right? Who cares about Sammy Watkins, bro? That man be talking about aliens. Don't nobody care about Sammy Watkins. Miss me on that, bro.
He's back. Their offense is 100%.
I don't care about Sammy Watkins. That boy can't stay healthy. Yeah, Kelsey is the number 1 tight end in football. Mahomes is the number 1 quarterback in football. Hey, I don't care. I'm just saying, look, the Bills are they're battle tested. They're ready. Oh, hey, get him in here right now.
How we doing, gentlemen? How we doing? How we doing, baby? How's it going? Thanks for having me on, gents.
Okay, so this is completely new. But those of you who are watching the show, we got a fan in the building. We got the Cody Finney. He watches us every
the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know what the drink. But Cody, what's good, son?
How we doing, gentlemen, man?
We're good.
Oh, man, it's an honor to be on Cover 1, dude. I've watched you guys forever. Like, I can't even describe it.
So, look, you're the first to come on the show. Now, next week, I want to have my guy Brian Bowers on the show because that dude, he always keeps it a buck. He always keeps it 100 with us. Hey, look, you're the first one on here. So, you know, I'm going to treat you like I treat these other 2 guys in here. So we're going to get your opinion on stuff, and we're just going to keep it moving like that. You good with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ask away.
Okay. All right. Okay, so the next topic on the show, look, we're going to Inside Slant. This is where we kind of go into all of our Bills content, the latest and the greatest, some insights on what's going on with the Bills. This is the Inside Slant, and here we go. All right, so first topic, sky is the limit. I kind of just touched on this, but we have not seen a Bills team be this entertaining, this good since the 90s. We always think that the Bills are going to go to the playoffs, that they're going to do all these big and these great things, these grandiose ideas and expectations. But the Bills are actually showing that they are a team that can, if they play the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, I think the Bills can totally come out with a win. The Bills can actually make it to the Super Bowl, and that's not a crazy Bills homer take.
No, it's
What
not
are your guys' take on that? Anthony, I'll start with you.
What's my take on that? My take hasn't changed since January of this year when I said the Bills would be in this position. In the preseason on this show when we talked about it, and I said what my prediction was. The Bills will be in the Super Bowl against the New Orleans Saints. That is still my prediction today, weeks later from when we started this, all the way back from the preseason when the Bills finished last season, and I said we would do better this year. It's just a matter of looking at this team and judging them for what they are and what they've shown us. They've continued the growth. Like I said, it all starts and ends with Josh Allen, who I also was on that train in the beginning of the year saying he will be in the MVP conversation because this team is ready to take that next step. And here we are. So, yes, I'm one of the few who said this is where we would be, and here we are. And now everybody's like, oh, yeah, you were right. Okay, yeah, the Bills are going to be in the Super Bowl. Yeah, this is this team. This is what our expectations should have been all along.
Okay, but that's a homer take, Anthony.
That is not a homer take. I didn't say that last year.
You did not know that the Bills are going to be this good.
Yes, I did. Oh, shit. Look back. Every episode. Are you kidding me? This is not about me being a fan. This is about me judging this team for what it is. Look at the rest of the division. I also said the Dolphins would finish second. Who else? When I said that in the preseason, everybody thought I was nuts. 8-8.
Hey, you are nuts.
I said that New England
every year.
Dude, slow down your CD skipping.
I said they would finish third in the division. New England would finish third in the division. Everybody's like, no, they're going to win the division. Come on. Put some respect on my comments, my stuff. Who's leading the picks in the end? Who's leading the picks with cover one right now?
Put some respect on my opinion. That's
Come
the
on.
first time I heard that, baby.
Woo.
Hey, okay, all right.
All year long, nothing but dead on everything. Last year, I didn't pick us to win the Super Bowl. I picked us to go 10-6. I didn't even pick us to win the division. I picked us to go 10-6 and make the wild card. I wanted us to win a playoff game last year.
All right.
I didn't say that.
Oh, my God.
Anthony's turning red.
Let's
He's
go.
going to shoot off here in a minute.
I'm turning red. Don't tell me I didn't believe in that with some homer pick, because that's some bullshit take. Go ahead. Look at it. The history's there for you.
I love
Just
it.
because you did not believe and did not see what I did doesn't mean that I didn't have the take I did.
Yes, it does, because we're a team, Anthony. God damn it. Okay, Cody.
Oh, my God.
We brought you on here for a reason. What do you have here? Come on, hit me with it.
I got a sore stomach right now is what I got. Holy cow. What was the question again? I'm just kidding.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Anthony.
Yeah.
Holy cow, dude. You made my stomach hurt so bad after that.
All on tape.
Oh, my.
Go back and watch it. So, I'm on
right.
the record.
All right, what I think. All right. I think as a fully healthy team, I don't think there is not a single team that I wouldn't put us up against. I think we could win the whole damn thing this year. I really do. And I don't think there's anybody other than Nick Wrong that's going to disagree with that. Not even a little bit.
So
I like that.
Hey, so you're saying, like, look, the Bills, they stack up with any team well. We all agree with that, right? I don't think there's a team that's just markedly better than the Bills. I think that, like, the Saints have a better roster than the Bills. I think that's fair to say. I think
that is absolutely fair to say.
Than the Bills,
but we play with better heart than they do.
Exactly, and I'm not too. I think Drew Brees is great, but I would take Josh Allen right now over Drew Brees.
Can you name 5 quarterbacks right now that you would take over Josh Allen?
No, I can't even name one. I
can't even name 3.
Mahomes,
I can't even name 3 quarterbacks.
I'd rather have Josh Allen and his heart and the way he's playing now.
I'll tell you what, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that aren't Bills fans give me crap for this because we were the one that traded Kansas City that draft pick to get Mahomes. But if you look at it, we got Josh Allen, Tremaine Edmonds, Trey White. I mean, Deion Dawkins. We got 4 players for one draft pick.
Sterling has been against this from day one, and we had this conversation in preseason too. I said Eric and I were reasonable and said the way this team was built, we didn't need a quarterback then. We needed to start from scratch. We hired a defensive coach.
Right, brother.
We needed to start with his defensive guy.
Yes, sir.
Well, you still had Doug Whaley at the time.
Yeah,
but I would rather play those 4 players than one, man.
Exactly.
$500 million for one player? Get out of here, man.
Let me know when y'all done. Listen,
all core pieces.
That's like saying, look, let me tell y'all how
Mahomes without a team
let me
is
tell you why y'all wrong. That's like saying, give me a bologna sandwich over a damn 10-pack of wings, bro.
No.
It all depends on how fat that bologna sandwich is, though. You know.
Mix me on that bologna sandwich. Give me the wings.
Trey White is a bologna sandwich.
Mahomes is better than Josh Allen.
Yes. I'm not arguing that. What I am stating is, what would you rather have? Those 4 players or 1?
Yeah, exactly.
Mahomes won a Super Bowl. Yeah,
Mahomes wouldn't have won a single game with the team we had.
Oh my God.
Come on.
What is going to happen at Kansas City the day when Patrick Mahomes? When Patrick Mahomes' contract kicks in, what happens to Patrick Mahomes, man?
Yeah, that's the wine talking right there. But
he is speaking truth. I mean, like nobody can argue. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
right now. But you put Jesus Christ, you put freaking Nathan Peterman on that roster, he's going to look pretty damn good. Like, come on, man. Dude, don't diss on the GOAT. Nathan Peterman is the GOAT.
You better stop right now.
Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. Come on. I mean,
dude, I would look like an all-pro quarterback, and I played right outside linebacker.
Eric, what are your thoughts, Eric?
Oh, yeah, Mahomes is definitely better.
Absolutely.
You know, we've talked about this 100 times. You know, I love Josh Allen, so I have to agree with Cody. And look what Trey White's done for the team, the community. I mean, it's all there. Yes. It's all there. They built a complete football
Dawkins,
team.
Tremaine Edmonds.
That is a
4 players for 1.
As far as the Bills being the best team, you got to prove it.
Yes. Absolutely.
You've got to win a playoff game. Look, you know, they're 0-2 in the playoffs. It's time. You know, they're going to be on the big stage this year. There's a lot of expectations. It's going to be a home game. You win a game and you win it, you know, like up front.
Okay.
Then I'll talk championship game, but we first got to.
Okay, hold on. No. This is all speculatory. So, with that being said, give me your Super Bowl prediction right now, and I'm gonna start with you, Cody. I'm gonna go with you next, Eric, and then I'm gonna finish with you, Anthony. Cody, go right ahead and go for it.
All right, 2 different types of predictions.
No, I just need one. Come on now.
Well, you already know mine. Mine hasn't changed from day one.
You know what?
Bills. That's it.
You know, I'm gonna go with I gotta lean a little bit towards that Homer edition. You know, so I'm gonna say Bills Packers.
Let's go.
Okay, all right, and give me a Super Bowl. Give me a Super Bowl score. Go ahead, just do it. Give me a little something.
34-24 Buffalo.
Okay, all right. Eric, go right ahead. What you got?
Oh, man, I hate being the wet blanket, but I'll go Chiefs. And, you know, I'll go Packers as well. I like the Packers. And I think Chiefs win again, 2-peat. And let's go 35-20, Pat Mahomes MVP.
Nah, son. Anthony, go ahead.
I got the Bills over the Saints, 31-14.
Ooh.
Okay. I like that. You know what? And y'all know I'm not a homer, but you know what? I think the Bills are going to make the Super Bowl, and that's not the 19 crimes talking. I really do feel like the Bills can have what it takes to make the Super Bowl. I'm going to go the Bills 31-17 over the Saints. I think the Saints are the best team in the
NFL. What a great pick there, Sterling. What a great idea.
I think it's going to be either Buffalo or Kansas City. I really do.
Like I did.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it's like this. You know, when your wife tells you something and you don't believe it, you're like, chick, you fucking crazy, right? It's like sometimes it just it takes me a while to kind of get it. I got it. The Bills are the best team in the freaking NFL, and that's not the 19 crimes talking. And I'm not crunk or drunk. I'm just spitting the facts tonight. I'm just telling y'all right now. Anyway, so that's what I think, and y'all gonna have to deal with it. Okay, next.
It is nice to call out the haters one by one, though, right? Because I've had a lot of haters over the years who have said Josh Allen is trash and this guy's trash. The Bills will never be good.
I have defended that man for so long.
I'm calling out each one of them every time, every week. Hey, are we any good yet? And you know what? We know they always move those goalposts, right? First it was his completion percentage, or he's not going to win games, or Bills don't make the playoffs, or Bills can't win a playoff game. now if we don't win the Super Bowl, everybody's going to say we're crap, right? And it's like, great, okay, good for you. Yeah, okay. But I'm still, Bills fans in general are enjoying every minute of rubbing it into everybody's face who said that we were never going to be here and we could not do this.
That's for sure. No, I you know what, Anthony, I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on that. Okay, so are we so that's our little Super Bowl prediction in week 12, week 13, okay? Hoof or Buns. Now, Cody, this is
I'm more of a Buns guy myself, man.
MVP? look, hey, I'm more of a Buns guy. Look.
You can do more with Buns if you know what I'm saying.
Show me some thighs, show me some ass, and I'm good, right? Like I don't care about your boobs. Like give me some of them legs.
Dude, I like a nice ass that you can like, when you're looking at it, you can bounce a quarter off it. Like that's perfect.
My wife's watching.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you can't bounce a quarter, man. Sometimes you got to bounce a dime off of that, bro. So, it just depends on the day. But anyways, look, Hoof or Buns, who was your most valuable player and who was your least valuable player? Eric, I'm going to start with you. Anthony, I'm going to go with you next. And then, Cody, I'm going to finish with you. Go right ahead.
So I'm not going to be boring and take Josh Allen. I'm going to go Brian Daboll on this one, right?
Oh, nice.
I think the Bills come out. They look a little flat. What they're trying to do is not working, but Brian Daboll showed us that he can make adjustments that work. Did that in the second half, looked like a different team. And a little stat, in air yards per pass attempt for Josh Allen, right? 11 yards per pass attempt his rookie year. Last year, 9.3. This year is 8.2. The yards after catch are the highest that Josh Allen's had, which means throw the ball to Stephon Diggs, right? Let's not overthink it. And that's what Brian Daboll did. I thought they overthought it a lot in the first half. So MVP for me goes to the adjuster, Brian Daboll.
I like it. Who's your one?
Daboll.
Oh.
Daboll. Okay, I like that. Who's Buns? Give me Buns.
That's a tough one. It's tough to pick one.
Buns. I'm going to go Pittsburgh's receivers. I thought Pittsburgh would win this game. Look, the Bills gave the Steelers a lot of opportunities to take this game over and really get a good lead. And drop after drop after drop. Didn't get it done. So I'm going Pittsburgh's receivers, taking the easy one.
Okay. All right. I like that. Anthony, Hoof. Who you got as Hoof?
Look at the sign. You see that sign? That sign right there is the MVP of this game. Allen to Diggs, because that connection with them this game was unbelievable. But if I had to pick, I'll use Allen, and maybe Cody can go with Diggs. But I'll talk about Allen because the one thing that I loved about Josh Allen in this game, I was holding my breath on some of the plays because there was a guy coming at him, and I'm like, oh my God, he's going to get hit. He doesn't see that guy. He had unbelievable pocket presence in this game. He knew exactly when to release the ball. He knew exactly when he was going to get hit. He knew when there was somebody at his legs, when there was somebody on his blind side. And every single time he seemed to find an open receiver. And it was incredible. I mean, even in the first half when he didn't play that well, he still did not succumb to the pressure. He was able to get rid of the ball. We, again, had a couple of drops in that first half, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable job by him. I was unbelievably – I literally said, like, I feel like I'm watching Aaron Rodgers. This is crazy. He can get the ball out. He's accurate. He's throwing it directly on target. We talked a lot about that in the last game, and he even looked better in this game. So even though that front seven of the Steelers was in his face pretty much every throw, he looked like he was, playing the piano back there, just peacefully waiting for somebody to get open. And it was, every time I was like, oh, he got rid of it. Okay, he didn't get hit and fumble or something. Yeah. So it was unbelievably impressive day for Allen. Obviously, you could say the same for Diggs.
All right.
My Buns. Oh,
let's go Buns.
Man. It's tough because you could go. My Buns play of the game is definitely the Dawson Knox fumble. I mean, that was just stupid. It was really bad timing, really bad place. And you can't do that. You just cannot do that. But he made up for it in the second half too, with what would have been an easy touchdown, but it was a pass interference call. I was watching the game with Kathy, and I told her, see, that's a good penalty. And she's like, what do you mean a good penalty? And I said, because if that guy didn't grab him, that was an easy touchdown. So you just grabbed the guy at that point, and they did hold us to a field goal on that drive. That fumble by Knox, that was the only reason they scored that opening touchdown, right? They were on the 20-yard line after that. And it was easy for them to punch it in that first half. But luckily, my favorite play of the game, probably the most important play of the game for me, the play of the game was 3rd and 11 when the Bills were up by 8 points. And the announcers even said, oh, Pittsburgh's still in this game. If they stop them here and get the ball back and score, it's a tie game. You game on, let's go. And what happened? 3rd and 11, Josh Allen finds Dawson Knox on the sideline. Bam, first down. And Dawson Knox made it. So,
he
definitely redeemed himself, because then they stole the momentum from there. Even the announcers were like, oh, I guess it is over. So, yeah, that was awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, Cody, bring us home on this. I want Hoof and Buns. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, see? Now you're thinking in the freaking ghetto now, bud. Talking about Buns. See, I have to agree. I mean, as soon as you were talking Hoof, I gotta go with your boy there, man. Brian Daboll, man. I mean, you got to give it to him. I mean,
He's gone.
I don't care what it takes. Now I'll be the first one to admit, the first couple seasons I was on that man like stink on shit. Like I did not think he needed to be here. I'll be honest. I'm not ashamed to admit it that I was freaking wrong. Now the way that he has progressed my quarterback, the way that he has absolutely taken over and just given everybody, you know what I mean, like chances and beautiful plays week after week after week. I mean, you think about it, the Buffalo Bills are the only team in the NFL with 20 or more first downs in the NFL. Not even the Kansas City Chiefs. That's every single week.
Every game.
The Buffalo Bills are the only team. The only team.
They know how to move the ball.
Yeah,
right?
Man. Like we're always moving, always. And
20 times a game.
And like we had it rough the very first half, and he made those adjustments like a good offensive coordinator would. Now if you look at it in the past, like that never would have happened, and we would have got beat. So I have to give it to Brian Daboll, man. I mean, he is just doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, Brian Daboll. Hold on, now I got to get his Buns. Who you got as Buns?
I don't know. Like I really wanted to say something about Pittsburgh, but I'm gonna have to go with Big Ben if anything, man. I mean,
okay, all right.
Underthrown ball that could have been an easy touchdown. With Mike Wallace.
Before you go, Sterling, we got a super chat.
No, take care of that, Anthony. Take care of that.
Yeah, so it was addressed to me, so I wanted to put it up. It says, for Anthony. First of all, Clifford, thank you for the super chat. Heck yeah, super chats always get put up, always get discussed. Let's go to a game. Been going since 1987. When the Bills play, I always go to games every year. Last year I went to like 3 games. It was incredible. This year, unfortunately, obviously no fans. We have not been able to go to the game. But when we can again, trust me, we will be talking on the podcast, letting you know when we're there.
Absolutely.
Let's meet up. Let's do it. Let's tailgate. I'll be in the suit. I'm easy to find. So let's do it. Cannot wait to be back in the games.
But the other hoof that I had, that a lot of people don't realize.
You can only have one. You can only have one.
Well, I got to shout him out. Darrell Williams, man. One-on-one with TJ Watt. If it wasn't for his play on shutting his ass down, we lose that game. 100%. We lose. Boom, right there. My man, Jared. If it wasn't for Darrell Williams, we lose that game because we had to completely shift our line to the middle and get everybody Hayward and everything like that. And that left Darrell Williams one-on-one every single snap with TJ Watt, arguably the best defensive end in the NFL right now. Arguably, depending on who you ask. And TJ Watt had 0 sacks.
Yeah, listen.
0, baby. I mean, Darrell Williams, do we dare say... All-pro season.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately for us, though, that means he's most likely not going to be a Buffalo Bill next year.
Yeah, because when it comes down to it, I'd rather us sign Matt Milano.
No. Because I would not sign Matt Milano. I would definitely take Darrell Williams right now.
You would not sign Matt Milano.
Hell no.
Matt Milano is the key to our entire defense.
If I had to pick between Darrell Williams and Matt Milano, I'm picking Darrell Williams.
No.
So you would pick
Josh Allen is the most important asset on this team, and if that means protecting him with a potential All-Pro right tackle, hell yeah! But look, I can replace Matt Milano. I can replace him.
You can replace Darrell Williams.
Darrell Williams would be a lot easier to replace than Matt Milano. Matt Milano's a top 5 coverage linebacker in the NFL.
Look at our defense.
If you want to argue cap, fine.
Miss me on that.
Now, I understand because
when Matt Milano's on the field, everybody's better. Levi Wallace is playing better. Klein's played better. Everybody on that field plays better when Matt Milano is present. They step up for an elite defense with Matt Milano.
Hold on.
Decent defense without Matt.
And I understand.
Allen, if you have a $40 million asset in Josh Allen, which you're going to have to pay him that much money, I need the best protection up front that money can possibly buy. And Darrell Williams as a right tackle is the best money.
You just pay your left tackle big money. We pay our center big money. You're not also going to pay your
a pass protecting offensive lineman is easier to find than a coverage linebacker in the NFL.
I can draft a linebacker.
You can draft the right tackle.
Offensive lineman. Do you know the shortage on offensive linemen there is in the NFL right now? There is not enough good offensive linemen.
Well, you got a first round pick,
and I get that because Josh Allen is the most important piece. You have to I played football for 4 years. I'm telling you, a game is won and lost in the trenches. Don't let anybody else tell you that, and that is facts, 100% facts. But if you look at, I'm sorry, Milano,
I'm gonna cut you off.
Williams.
I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna cut you off.
I'm picking Milano over Williams.
Whatever it is about Milano, just him standing on the field. Matt Milano standing on the field makes that entire team play better. Period. We saw it. Anytime he's out of the game, they don't play as well. The defensive line plays better with Matt Milano. The cornerbacks play better with Matt Milano. The safeties play better with Matt Milano.
I think
Milano is Lawrence Taylor, bro.
He's a god out there. He doesn't even have to do anything.
Milano can shut down tight ends, man, dude. He could shut down some slot wide receivers. He is a god.
It's just him being.
If you start worrying too much about the offense, we're gonna end up just like the Browns. You could put up points, but you can't stop nobody. What good is that?
Cody, you're wrong on that.
And you forget that our head coach, Sean McDermott, is a defensive coach. So if you ask Sean McDermott, does he want Matt Milano or Darrell Williams?
He's gonna say Darrell Williams, dog.
No, he's not. No,
I honestly think.
He's a defensive coach.
I'm sorry. I will have to agree with Sterling. I truly believe McDermott would choose Darrell Williams over Matt Milano.
His entire defense revolves around linebackers.
You got Tremaine Edmonds, a first-round pick. Like that.
You are right, but
that is enough. Tremaine Edmonds is that guy.
Yeah,
that guy, dude.
I'm talking as a fan standpoint. I want Matt Milano over Darrell Williams, but I think our organization and I think our coaching staff and everything, when it comes down to it, is going to choose.
They're gonna go
Darrell Williams over
I don't
Matt
think
Milano.
they like finding
because of money, though, not because of play.
But myself, I want Matt Milano. I am a big Matt Milano fan, and I can see what that dude does for our defense. Now, I'll tell you what, though.
Milano last season, and I almost fought you over it.
Because I am smart.
No.
But I'll tell you what. If there is any way, shape, or form, I don't care how silly it is, I don't care what it is. If we can sign both, do it. Now, let me ask you guys this: would you guys be okay if it came down to it? If we had a chance to sign both by cutting a vet, would you guys do it? What if that vet was John Brown and Jerry Hughes?
No. Vernon Butler, Mario Addison. Bye.
Addison's been a pretty good addition on this team.
Addison has been good, but here's my thing too.
Ben missed me on that.
Yes. What was it? Is it Vernon Butler that's carry? What is it? Is it $8 million cap with a zero dead cap? for 2021, I
Those
believe.
contracts were made very friendly to be cuttable in this year. Yeah,
yes.
in the second
year. Or is it Addison or Butler? Or it might be even quick. I can't remember.
All of those contracts were very
even
team friendly to be able to be cut in the
Quentin Jefferson.
Year. Right.
I mean, yes, but I mean, truthfully, I know this will upset a lot of fans even, but if it took trading or cutting John Brown to sign Milano and Darrell Williams, I would do it.
I think you would. That's definitely something to consider because you at least
John Brown is going to be 30 years old before the next season,
and you've seen what the team can do,
and he is already starting to hamper up on injuries. Matt Milano is 24 years old. Is it 24 or 25? Darrell Williams is what, 28?
Look, Darrell. Look, offensive lineman is a premium in the NFL. Like you can't get enough.
Now I know. Go ahead.
I can draft Matt Milano, for those of you who don't know, who was drafted in the 5th round. I can get a 5th round linebacker.
But it's hard to find a linebacker that have his coverage skills and his pass rushing ability.
Right now. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, I mean, he is a crucial piece in the NFL.
He's great. He's good.
But he is elite. Let me tell you something.
What does it tell you that AJ Klein can come in and spell Matt Milano?
He couldn't.
AJ Klein cannot cover anything like Matt Milano.
No, he's better. Matt Milano's better in coverage, but I'm just saying, like, that's
what you want because here's the thing: Matt Milano isn't rushed very often. He has a very successful pass rush. Successful pass rush.
I'm going to cut you off if you don't stop it.
And he covers better. And
Milano fits what this defense does very well. I agree. We need to do everything we can to try and keep them both. I think the problem is
anything to keep them both.
Somebody is going to make a ridiculous offer, and the Bills might just say, "I'm sorry, that's where we draw the line, and we're going to keep the other guy instead."
That's why I agree with Sterling, though, because right at the beginning of the season, you had that option: re-sign Dawkins, re-sign Matt Milano. Who did they choose? Dawkins. I think if it came down to Williams and Milano, the organization is going to come down to protecting their young asset and Josh Allen, which is understandable. I understand that. It's just the fan in me. I want Matt Milano on the team as a long term.
You might get both. Matt Milano has voiced that he doesn't want to play for another team.
I was just about to say that too. That Milano,
I think his agent might talk him out of it.
And
there's guys on the defensive line that you can get rid of, and you can sign both. But I really do think that right now,
enough said.
And I really wish.
Now, thank you. Look at that. Buffalo Bills.
Boom,
Milano.
baby.
7-0 without Milano.
That doesn't do nothing for me. That stat does not do anything for me. I'm sorry.
But also, here's another thing too. I could think of 2 contracts right now that if we would have cut the dude, we'd be grinning, and 2, we never should have signed. And I think y'all know who I'm going to say. 1 is Trent Murphy. He's been healthy scratches. The dude's been healthy scratches and makes $10 million, dude. Like, what the hell? Josh Norman making $6 million, and I mean, then again, he did come on this week and have more snaps than Levi Wallace. So
they're both free agents. So
yeah,
getting rid of them doesn't give us any money. We only have like $5 million in cap money next year, right?
Yes,
now.
sir.
So
yeah, we definitely should have gotten rid of Trent Murphy. Yeah. Just getting rid of Trent Murphy alone would have re-signed Darrell Williams.
Get me on that horse.
I feel like that's easy to say now.
Okay, but who was the loudest and proudest saying that we needed to cut Trent Murphy?
We know you were the loudest.
I'll give you that, bro.
Everybody was bitching at me for that.
I feel like it's easy to say now, but I don't think AJ Epinesa was ready.
I think when it comes down to it,
they made a decision to go with the veteran Trent Murphy to get AJ Epinesa. Hey man, let some people talk, okay?
All right.
When AJ Epinesa's not ready, you can't just go into there blindly, because then
that wasn't your argument in the preseason. That was not your argument in the preseason. Your argument in the preseason was we're going all in by keeping this guy. And what did I say?
And I can understand that though too.
I said the same thing to Greg Tom said. I said the same thing to Bruce. I said the same thing to all these guys. Like keeping a guy like him who's a liability who barely played well in meaningless games and had one shining moment in the playoff game. Now all of a sudden he's worth $8 million. No, And now we're suffering because of that. That was a bad decision.
I don't think $8 million is a ton of money in the NFL right now.
Well, right now that is. That's a hell of it. That's gold right now. That's Milano or Garrett Williams.
If we were in a normal year, I mean, obviously COVID has impacted that. But I think at the time, coming into the year, 8 mile was not a lot.
Hey,
8 million was
Sterling
not a lot.
Started
Man, that comment was great.
Sterling started it by commenting on my takes saying they weren't what they were. So
that's all I'm saying. And y'all know I'm right. So
okay. Put your record up against mine.
All right. So before we close out tonight's show, and we're kind of running,
we got to run with it for a little bit, man.
We're kind of running a little late. Listen, thoughts on the Broncos? Can we go there real quick? Can we go there real quick?
Always, man. I could talk Buffalo Bills football all day.
Eric, thoughts on the Broncos, Eric?
I think they're a young team. I mean, the Bills match up well with them. And, let's not forget, the Broncos are a team that passed on Josh Allen. Josh Allen's best friend, Tanner Gentry at Wyoming, lived in Aurora, Colorado.
Who cares about Tanner Gentry?
I get it. But at the time, I think Josh wanted to be a Bronco behind the scenes. Didn't work out that way, but don't think he forgot. I think he's going to have a hell of a game, playing back in elevation. I think he wants this one more than others, and they don't have a secondary right now. A.J. Bouye is out 6 games. He's out for the season. So all Bills all day in this game. I don't think it's a good matchup. But Drew Lock, I think, he's a gunslinger. He can make a play or two on the defense.
I think Drew Lock is in for an awakening in this game because he's going to throw some balls up and guys are going to be in his face, unlike have been in the last 3 games. So we live in Denver. We have the Denver games on TV all the time. So we've seen a lot of this team and we know what they are. And certainly they were dealing with a ton of injuries in the beginning of the year, and their offense is just now getting it together. But they're not ready for this matchup. They are not ready. They're going to get punched in the mouth by this Buffalo Bills team. This is going to be a very difficult matchup. And even the media here, the local news is talking about the Bills. They are worried about facing this team because they know Drew Lock is playing for his career right now in Denver. Is he going to be the quarterback next year or not? And I think the Bills are going to put a hurting on him. He's probably going to have 3 turnovers in the game, no touchdowns. I mean, our defensive backs are just going to be feasting on his bad decisions. They do have playmakers on this team. If Jerry Jeudy's healthy, KJ Hamler's back playing, Patrick, their wide receiver, they have a good lineup of players. Noah Fant, if he's also healthy right now, he's questionable. I mean, they've got guys who can make plays, but again, the Bills defense has played better than that the last couple of weeks, meaning better players on the team where we're playing. And we shut them down. So now we're playing an inferior quarterback with inferior, less dominant players on his offense. I mean, it's just going to be a bad matchup for them. And as Eric said, they're beat up on defense too. So Josh Allen is going to be hungry for that win. I bet he wishes, because Wyoming is just north, he wishes all those people could come down and watch him. But unfortunately, they won't be able to come. But because there's no fans for this one again, but he'll be playing with them there in spirit. So Josh Allen's going to have a day.
No, Josh Allen's going to have a day, man. I don't think that's even. Hey, we got to win that division. We got to get that division crown.
This game is meaningful now.
It has meaning, and Eric brought it up earlier. He said that Josh Allen's going to have a little chip on his shoulder because the Broncos should have drafted him. They should have drafted him. So I think Josh Allen's going to come out. He's going to tear some ass up, dude. He's going to tear the Broncos apart. And all the Broncos fans that are fans of our show and of us individually and so forth, look, y'all going to get your ass whooped this week. And that's okay. It's okay. Take that L. Take that L. Take it good, because we are going to really give it to you hard. But
with no spit, too.
That's okay. No spit, right?
Yeah. No, we're not spitting on it, dude. We're just putting it right in those buns.
Yeah,
it's gonna be straight buns. And the fact that Drew Lock had a great game last week, he threw 4 touchdowns against Carolina Panthers. This is a whole different defense that you're gonna be facing. The Broncos are gonna give it to you. I know you got Ojemudia starting at cornerback, and because your boy AJ Bouye's gone. Look. If John Brown's playing this game, who are you gonna guard? I just don't know.
It's going to be ugly. That's what I mean. And I actually think they if John Brown's even only 80%, they might sit him. Be like, look, we don't even need you for this game. Get ready for New England. We'll just sit you on the bench. We won't activate you yet for this game. I mean, I think he will be active because they want him to get reps and be healthy. But they don't need him for this game, honestly.
Can we show Price's comment, Davion Price? We show his comment.
What is he saying, Davion Price? I hope we are disciplined enough to not have a crack game.
Now, this is. I'll tell you what. This is the one thing. We all know about the whole, players, saying how, how much more difficult it is to breathe and how much more out of wind you get.
Yes.
My thing is after emotional win over Pittsburgh Steelers, and then with a divisional rivalry game coming up in New England. Believe it or not, the Denver Broncos are 3-0 against the AFC East. They're going to be 3-1 regardless. But believe it or not, I mean, you guys sound a lot more confident than I do. I actually think it's not going to be that big of a blowout as you think it is.
Do you watch the Denver game every week? I'm just saying. I've watched their games almost every single week.
Honestly, no.
Because they do. You're right. Their defense is legit. They do play
their defense.
They can get in your face, but their defense is not the Pittsburgh defense. Their defense is not the 49ers defense. And we just punched both of those teams in the throat. They don't have a TJ Watt on this team.
Yeah, and I think what's going to save us a lot is our defense.
They do. They have
really.
And Bradley Chubb is
Yeah, like I see our defense really making, being like, I mean, if we can do what we did against Pittsburgh and these other teams, I don't see a reason why we can't make Drew fucking Lock, who hit his sophomore slump pretty hard, have a rough game. But I don't think it's gonna be like I seen like the one was like a 31-17 kind of game. I don't see it being like a big ass blowout. I still think Denver puts up some points, but I don't think we're gonna put up as many points as people think we're going to.
From the evaluation that I've done of Drew Lock, I just don't see him being able to make enough plays to pull this out. He's surrounded by rookie wide receivers, and if you go back and look at Sean McDermott's record against young quarterbacks, I'm telling you right now, it's very Belichickian. Like
I was just about to say, now here's another thing I was thinking about. Do we have the next Bill Belichick? Like, think about this. Okay, so think about this for a second. Okay, so Bill Belichick, dude, what was his record against the Buffalo Bills? We're seeing that against the Miami Dolphins. He's 4-1 against the Miami Dolphins, and that's Josh Allen. With Josh Allen, should have been 5-0. Damn Charles Clay drop in the fucking end zone, wide open. We are 3-0 after our bye week. We have never lost more than 2 or 3 games in a row. We've never went on a big fucking skid like normal. And what the hell else was I think? I blanked out.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's okay.
But no, man. Like I'm getting pumped, man, because like I was born in '93. And I didn't become a fan of the Buffalo Bills since around 2000. So this is all new to me, man. I became a fan when we used to suck donkey dick. Like we sucked. I don't know how else to put it.
The challenge for McDermott to become the next Belichick. What Belichick has done better than any coach ever in history is let people walk and then replace them and still not miss a beat on his defense, mainly his defense, and on offense he kept his key player in Tom Brady, who was able to use whatever was around him and succeed. You could do something like that. You say we do lose Milano. Sean McDermott's going to have a lot to prove in bringing in somebody, either a free agent or a rookie, to take that big spot. Say we do lose Darrell Williams. That's a big coaching decision to let him walk. You better have somebody ready to replace him, right? And that is the next challenge for Sean McDermott. You've done it this year in terms of, we're lined up to win the division, be one of the top seeds in the AFC. Now you got to do it year in and year out by letting that door keep revolving. Keep up the good drafts by Brandon Beane. Obviously, we know Belichick has control over that in New England, but McDermott and McBean together, it can be that next tandem if they keep showing what they've done.
That's what I'm saying. And I see Buffalo becoming the new New England and Miami becoming the new Buffalo. I mean,
Let's
like,
bump the brakes a little bit here.
it's gonna happen,
good season,
baby.
You know,
It's happening. That's why I said,
Go ahead,
dude.
Eric. Go ahead.
I just want to fucking let everybody, all these little haters know, we're just gonna go the whole way. Hell with them.
we just
Hell with
like
anybody else
start
says.
in the middle though, maybe like a Pete Carroll. You know,
Pete
continual
Carroll's,
contender.
No way, dude.
but
I'm more of a
Bill
go
Belichick
big or
is
go home kind of guy,
unreal
man.
fan base.
Get it
That's
all
unreal
or drop
fan
it. That's just the way it is, man. Go big, go home.
Just-
Giant
I don't
cheat
think-
every game.
Exactly. Sean McDermott don't cheat. He don't have the spy network. So let's start with like Pete Carroll, maybe.
He doesn't have the little birds.
Touche.
He doesn't have the commissioner in his pocket and the owner is buddy with, you know. So if he does it, it'd be way more impressive than anything Belichick has done.
Because someone's got to keep it real, right?
Eric is the.
I gotta let my homer out a little bit, man. You know, like
Eric is the temperature gauge.
you know what I mean? Like we're Bills fans, man. Like, look at everything we've been through. Nobody can blame us for being excited. I mean, like, think about it. Back in the day, our excitement was watching dildos fly at Tom Brady twice a year. That was the excitement of our year. That's what we got to look forward to. Come on, man. Like, and now we get to see a top 5 quarterback every game, man. Damn right, I'm excited. I'm damn proud of it.
That's right.
No. It's totally dope, man. It's totally dope. Look. This is what this is all I want to get out of here. Look, the Bills are gonna destroy the Broncos, and I want everybody to know that. The Bills are gonna. I'm telling you, dude, they're gonna beat them by at least 10 points.
What's your score?
Oh, 31-13, bro.
13?
13.
13. If it's 13, it better be 51-13. Like, I'm not even kidding right now when I say the Bills could score 50 points in this game if they wanted to. They might just stop in the third and fourth quarter like they have lately and run the ball to run the clock
Put
out.
Matt Barkley in.
But there's no reason. Yeah, they could. Literally, he might see time in this game because I don't see that offense scoring points on us. I think they might get 3 or 6, a couple of field goals. That's it. And maybe if they're lucky, I think all the starters are out there. We're gonna shut them out on defense, and our offense is gonna
40-10.
Now, and I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really watched too much of Broncos. Like, how is there? Like, is Jerry Jeudy playing good, or like truthfully, I'm
right?
I haven't really been watching.
He's still a rookie. He's still having trouble. He's not open on every play, right? He's no Stephon Diggs or even Cole Beasley at this point. He's a big dude. He can catch the ball. He can make contested catches. You know, and these are just by my eyes. I'm by no means a scout. You'd have to ask Sterling for that stuff. But, you know, he's a good player, and he was my favorite player of the wide receivers coming into this draft.
See, I was a big Chase Claypool fan.
But he's not there yet. He's definitely not there yet.
Yep, I loved me some Chase
They really
Claypool.
haven't dialed up a good game plan to give him like a full game, right? Like 10 receptions.
Yes.
It seems like Noah Fant's the guy that they target in that offense. Jerry Jeudy they use as a distraction.
Well,
you know?
Now
Jerry
with
Jeudy
how's their offensive line like this? Do they have a problem keeping them upright?
Yes.
So I can expect a full on, like, I can see Leslie Frazier and Sean McDermott becoming aggressive and trying to put him on his ass a lot.
That's part of what their biggest problem is, that you don't even need to rush 5 or anything. You could rush 3 and you're getting pressure. You're going to get him flustered and he's going to throw the ball. It's not looking good for Denver. I'm telling you. I just think they're celebrating.
Well, Anthony, since you watch them weekly, who is their biggest threat to us, in your opinion, offensively and defensively?
Bradley Chubb is on defense.
I'm not scared of any man with the last name Chubb.
He's definitely a threat, but we just saw our defense. All you do is you stick the tight end over on the side that he's at with whichever side it is, and they can't do anything about it. I mean, they do have good guys on that defense that have stepped up in the absence of guys like Von Miller in ways that they didn't expect this year. So don't get me wrong. They do have good players on that defense. But again, I'm comparing them to Pittsburgh and San Francisco, who we just rolled over both of those teams. All right. And Denver is not there at all. And especially not with this roster.
No,
on offense, I don't even know who to pick. You know,
I want to agree with Randy. Noah Fant was definitely one player that they had that I wanted. Could you imagine Noah Fant on off? Could you imagine Noah Fant on our offense right now? Noah
He's had a lot
Fant
of injury problems. So.
has he? See, so like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch the Broncos. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
You mean a tight end that can catch the ball?
Yeah, a tight end that can actually catch.
Whoa!
What a novel concept!
Whoa. What a concept!
I still don't think Fant is a threat because we have Milano back. Milano's probably going to be
Fant
covered.
Is a threat. Fant is a threat. Okay?
Yes, but he's right now he's questionable. He might not play the game. I actually don't think he plays on Sunday at this point or Saturday.
What do you think of Fant, Sterling?
I think okay. So I was more of a fan of Noah Fant than the guy from Detroit,
TJ Hawkinson. Yeah, I like TJ Hawkinson as well.
Eric is a big TJ Hawkinson fan. Yeah. I'm a Noah Fant fan, and I think he has the ability to stretch a defense. He's the more all around tight end than TJ Hawkinson is. So I'm a big fan of TJ Hawkinson. Well, I mean, sorry, Noah Fant. I'm a big fan of Noah Fant. I think he's a better tight end. However, it goes beyond what I currently think. I think that like the way their offense is, I think that Noah Fant, he could be used more. I mean, I think you have, they have.
Is he kind of like a David Njoku kind of tight end?
He's very athletic, but what he can do, he's a good blocker as well. So he's more of your well-rounded tight end. He's a good blocker.
And see, a lot of people don't realize that about Dawson Knox. The dude can freaking block.
Dawson Knox is like he turns it on when he wants to.
Yes, when he wants to. But I'm telling you, I have seen Knox make some hella good blocks, man.
Yeah, he's a great tight end number 2.
Yes, sir. And
he's
that's
proven that, right? No, Fant's by far a number 1.
Yes,
as well as Hawkinson. There's only about, I say this every week, I feel like there's only about 9 tight ends in the whole league that are complete tight ends. Can play every position, block everything. And Hawkinson and Fant needs some work on his blocking concepts, but they both have that potential, and that's rare to come out in one.
What about Hawkinson? What do you think about TJ Hawkinson?
I think TJ Hawkinson in the next 5 years would be once Kelsey's gone, he has potential to be a top tight end in the league.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
One thing we haven't talked about with the Broncos is their run game, and they are by far a run-first team, right? They have Melvin Gordon now, who's been healthy, but they also have Phillip Lindsay, who's still getting playing time and touches the ball. They use them in different ways. They're basically outside runners a lot. They find the outside path. But the way the Bills' defense has played against the run, again, the last couple of weeks, completely shut it down. I don't think either one of those guys is playing well enough with an offensive line that can block for them enough that they're going to blow up all of a sudden in this game.
Okay.
If they're going to score points, to me, it's going to have to be through the running backs. And I still trust our defense to stop them and hold them. And similarly to what we've done the last couple of weeks, be ready for it because they're going to run when they can, and you trust that your guys can cover the receivers and that Drew Lock isn't going to suddenly.
Well, that's one thing that worries me about, believe it or not. That's why, I say, teams that I don't want to play in the playoffs is like a Titans or a Ravens, is because they are a run-first team. If you're saying that about the Broncos, a lot of people don't realize this, but we run nickel defense 75% of the time, if and or not more. Nickel defense, you're talking 5 DBs, your linebacker with 2 linebackers, your linebackers are 5 yards off, your DBs are 7 to 8 yards off. Those are 4 or 5 yard chunk plays up the middle all day until our defense commits to stop it.
But your point you're missing is the Bills' defensive line has been playing a lot better recent weeks than they have been all season. So
stopping the run, especially.
Look,
you know why, Sterling? Because Matt Milano is back on the field.
Get it?
Oh my God! Stop it!
Here's Anthony. I definitely have to. No, Anthony. I have to disagree with you on that one. If you actually watch, even like last week, when you can't say.
Shut them down.
Well, I'm not talking about Pittsburgh. I'm talking about even the 49ers. Everybody thought the 49ers were just going to run all day on us, and they had 70 yards. Tell me how many snaps Matt Milano had. Not many. AJ Klein was on there most of the time.
But he was injured though, so you can't really throw snap count in
even
there.
Even if you look at
47% of the plays. I looked it up after the game.
How many snaps did he have against Pittsburgh? Because I did not look at the snaps.
That was that game.
Oh, that was that game?
San Francisco game, I think he only had like 25 or maybe 30 something. But this game he
Look,
had 47, which was more
hold on.
promising.
So
Matt Milano is a beast, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, dude. He needs resigned.
Bring this into focus, okay? Look, let's break it down here, okay? So the Bills, I don't think are going to sign Matt Milano, and that's okay. I think they're going to go with Derek Williams because he's the most valuable asset.
I will chop off my foot if that's what it takes to get Matt Milano re-signed.
But, however, we've been going on this show for about an hour and 40 minutes, and our time is up, okay? So first of all, we want to thank Cody Finney for being on the show. Okay, next week we're gonna have Brian Bowers on the show because that's the homeboy. So we're gonna have him on the show, and then we're gonna figure out who we're gonna have after that. However, Cody, we want to thank you for being on the show.
Oh man, it's an honor, man.
Absolutely, and continue to watch our show, follow Cover One, and so forth. Now, the Bills are gonna beat the shit out of the Broncos this weekend. We're gonna end it with that. This is the Cover One Network.
Score prediction. We got to do a score prediction.
Okay, real quick because we're running out of time. Eric, go first. Score prediction.
26-20 Bills.
Okay. Anthony, go for it.
51-3.
50.
Buffalo.
Oh, my God. Okay, Cody, go for it. What do you got?
34-30.
I'm going to go 31-13 Bills. And that's the score that's going to happen because, I'm right. Okay, that's just how we're going to roll tonight. But next week, we're going to have Brian Bowers on the show.
I want to add Brian Bowers is my guy, dude. Love that kid.
Brian Bowers is the homie, dog. That's
yes, sir,
guy.
Dude. I always message that guy. He's a good dude. Anytime I'd ever see him on the Fanatics or anything, he's a good dude.
Absolutely.
I got respect for Brian Bowers. That's right. Good dude, man.
That's my guy. That's my
sir.
guy. We're going to have him on the show next week, so you guys make sure you want to tune in. We're going to try to start having fans come in on the show. Cody, we thank you for your opinion and your willingness to be on the show tonight.
I'll come on anytime, man. It's an honor to be on here with you guys, dude.
This is the Cover One Network, and if you guys haven't liked or subscribed to our channel, by all means, please do, because we are giving you the best Bills coverage available.
And you do not want to miss our Friday show this week. Like I said, we're Denver guys, so we know this team well. We're going to break it all down for you in our Friday episode. So stay tuned for that. Look for it on all the podcasting networks as well.
We are on every social media outlet there is that's popular. Okay, so you can find us there. But anyway, keep it locked in on the Cover One Network. This is the Hoof Podcast, and we want to say good night. And we're out of here. Make sure that you tune in to our show on Friday morning because we will be giving you in-depth analysis on what's what we feel like is going to happen on the and in this coming week. So, anyways, man,
and sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. And you guys can find me on my YouTube channel that I'm part of. It's called Built in Buffalo.
Yeah,
guys, come check us out too.
Follow Cody Finney. He's a good dude, man. He's been following us for a while, man. We appreciate the support. We got Anthony Romeo NY. We got E Brown Hoof. That's just what we do. I'm Furrow Sterling. Follow us on Twitter. Follow Cover One, and we out of here. You guys have a great night, and we say deuces.
Go Bills. Go Bills.
Thanks, Cody.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh man.